Hey, howdy. So we're back again, video 7. This is where we actually start writing a real program for KM Cup. We're going to start off getting the autonomous program done. And if you recall, the autonomous mode's the first 30 seconds. You got to just set the robot down, push the green button, and stand back and watch what happens. After that 30 seconds, then we enter into the teleop portion. The first 2 minutes of that is we're driving around moving blocks and cups and balls and things. Then the last 30 seconds, you're playing King of the Mountain and some sumo bots. And that's the end game for a total of 3 minutes long as a match. Anyway, let's write the autonomous code. By golly, we're almost all there already. This function in the loop, this thing we've been writing in the loop, that's actually an autonomous program. So all we need to do, except the problem is we don't run it running over and over again. We don't want to have this pulse end happen because then we couldn't do teleop. So we got to actually put this stuff up in the setup. And of course we don't want to do it creating a big mess, so we're going to say auto 1. Making a new function. Oops. Try and get that right. Yeah, right. Okay, so let's create a new function called auto1. All the way down to the bottom. Give us a return. Void auto1. Don't have any incoming parameters. Do my left squirrely brace, hit return, and my program goes in here. Whoa, my program's already written. Let's go up here and grab the whole thing from here all the way down to there. And I'm going to actually remove it with the Control X. Ooh, that's scary. What if I lose it? And I'm going to drop it in right there. My autonomous program is written. Or if I want to make changes now, notice I have up here, when I run in the setup, I run auto1. If I want to make changes to it, I make them down here. So it's very cool. It's nicely compartmentalized. And notice how much cleaner my main program looks right now. In fact, there's almost nothing. In fact, all I have here is the setup. There's nothing in here. What are we going to do in there? Well, one thing we should do, remember we've got 30 seconds, and right now their program auto1 probably doesn't take all of 30 seconds, so you might want to put a delay in to take up the rest of that time. Let's say I timed auto1 3 or 4 times and it took 16 seconds, so I want to put another 14 seconds there, and then I'm all good with my delay. I'm ready to run my loop. In my loop, I'm going to run continuously. I'm going to talk about that the next video. That's pretty good. This is one way to put in the delay. Another way, of course, is I could just have my joystick controller sitting on the ground, not touching it, and just wait until the judge says, okay, pick up your controllers, and start running. That's another way. Third possible way is there's something we're not going to do because it's very advanced. There's a way to actually set up the Arduino code so that it simulates multitasking. And in doing that, you set up timers, because there's actually a hidden timer back inside Arduino. Every time you start it, starts up a new timer. And there's a way to utilize that to actually time everything really, really well to do all kinds of interesting things at the same time. We don't need that, so we're not going to do it, but understand that's out there. And you can find it in your other best friend, and that is YouTube. Look up multitasking in or simulating multitasking in Arduino. Anyway, so that's about it for this one. I think we've got everything. You should have your full program written. Oh, by the way, go ahead and compile. Oh, and I haven't saved in a while, have I? Let's do a save as. Hopefully you guys were doing it. I was forgetting to. And this is now, that was 7. So KM Cup run 7. Oops, let me get in there so you can see it. KM Cup run 7 is what I'm doing. So I would definitely save it now after you put that on, because we're definitely going to mess things up here with the rest of our, we'll have to go on to number 8, actually in number 9, so we're really going to start messing with stuff. So make sure you save it, please. So you've got a working program once you know it's working. And then make sure it's working, and go ahead and make some adjustments if you want to get it perfectly running on the autonomous side. And now we're going to start the loop, the real loop, which is going to be using your teleop control with the joysticks. That starts next video. And that's it for this time. Take care, everybody. Bye.